Well, well, well. How's everybody doing? Good to be with you yet again for Two Guys, One Slot, the podcast. Hi, I'm Corey, the Slot Master 316. Directly across to me is my best friend,
Bubbas Picks 316, and you can call me Jake.
All right, tonight we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have Easy Life Slot Jackpot be joining us momentarily via Zoom. So hopefully everybody's chilling and having a good time. Something quick I do want to talk about before we get going on episode 13. You can watch it on YouTube at the Slot Master 316, or you can also watch it on Bubbas Picks 316 TikTok for that. This episode is brought to you by HelloFresh. HelloFresh.com. Use our coupon code for 21 free meals plus free shipping. We have the longest coupon code. It's POGHF66862. Who in God's name is going to remember that coupon code? Not me. But thank you. Yeah, right into the microphone.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix that. Link's in the bio.
Link is in the bio. You're correct. Again, HelloFresh.com. 21 meals for free. So
can you guys hear us all right on TikTok?
Or free shipping. Sorry, not for free. God, they're gonna already dump us. HelloFresh is hella fresh, as somebody said in the comments. But anyway, yeah, we're waiting on Easy Life Slot Jackpots. I have such a hard time with his name. I don't know why.
I thought it was just Easy Jackpots.
I know, that's what I keep wanting to say. Easy Life Slot Jackpots. I don't know why that's so hard for me to remember.
It's hard for me to write down there.
But it is. It's just super weird. I don't know why. So before we kind of go talking about what we're going to talk about, I want to first... So do you think Tom Brady really did retire?
Yeah, he's done.
Seriously?
Yeah, and I mean, why didn't he just do it last year? He split his family up. I think there was more going on there.
What, between he and his family? Or?
Yeah, him and Giselle. Because you would think she'd be like, okay, one more year, I'll hang in there, but man.
That's it. He's out of there.
He's
right?
done. Yeah. What do you think he's gonna do? I
I'm
mean,
not sure.
I don't think he's gonna do anything like. I don't see him getting in the booth.
I don't either. He's not going to do anything.
Coaching.
I don't either.
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch this right over to our special guest, and hopefully this works. Joining us, I guess it's kind of sort of in the box, is Easy Life Slot Jackpots. How are you, man? Can you hear us? Is everything okay? Can you hear us on our end?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
We are doing fantastic. Just formally, I'm Corey. Nice to meet you. And across from me is Bubbas Picks 316, who's also known as Jake. I don't know if... Yeah, you might be able to see him. I don't know. Maybe not. So I guess where do we start?
They're gonna have to. You guys are gonna have to go over on YouTube.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
want to hear him.
I totally forgot about that. Sorry. Excuse me. So you've been in the YouTube community for how many years? How long have you been doing what you've been doing?
Maybe 6 years.
And I was watching some of your videos when we kind of set this up. And you won $100,000 on my favorite game ever.
Top dollar.
Yeah.
I love that game.
God, how did that feel to win that much money on that game?
It felt great, but it wasn't my first time. Before I started my channel, I won 120,000 on it.
Oh, how on the 100,000 or the $1,000 and then?
No, it was actually in Vegas. It was a progressive. So I got the 3 double diamonds, and it was $120,000 progressive.
Jeez.
Jake just
Too bad I didn't have a progressive.
Bubba's Picks 316 just hit the diamond double, but he only got $800. So that's a little different than 120.
What was the max bet on that one though that you were playing for the progressive?
$15, 3 credits. It was a $5 machine.
Holy shit!
But the one that I just hit in November of last year was $200 bet.
And that was 100,000.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine? I mean, so I saw that they paid you $60,000 with a check, and then the rest was just stacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, I mean, did security walk you out after that?
No, I kept playing.
Then the other thing I was watching, and I don't know in what progressive order, that made me laugh is you were just sitting there, and then a guy in a little rascal like ran right into the back and broke the chair. And
yeah,
what was that guy doing? Like texting and driving his little rascal?
I don't know. I think he was just going. He was breaking the speed limit in the casino, and he just ran right into my chair.
They need to put some speed bumps in the casino for the rascal.
Yeah.
What is your favorite game? It's got to be Top Dollar.
It depends on my mood, I guess. I have so many favorites.
How did you get started in this slot streaming per se? How did you get started? Have you always gone?
I was a viewer first. I used to go to YouTube and look up jackpot videos or slots that maybe we didn't have yet, and I just discovered this whole community of people uploading their videos. Back then it was much smaller. Maybe there was only 20 channels that uploaded videos to YouTube, and I was like, I could do this. So I started to record videos and upload them to YouTube, and I did live streams, and all other things fell into place along the way.
That's interesting. Who was like a big influence in you to start streaming? Who did you start watching first?
Casino Man NJ, I used to watch, SD Guy, and VLR. I saw some of his videos, and then there were some other smaller channels that people probably wouldn't even know now because they don't even upload videos anymore. But I was more searching for wins rather than people. I didn't really care about the people until I got involved in it, and I was like, okay, everyone's got their little shtick, and you got to have a personality, and you got to talk and be extra, and that's how I got started.
I like that. I just started. Well, I've always watched on YouTube, and I started watching on Twitch, and and then I kind of trickled over to YouTube watching Raja, the Big Jackpot, and Vegas Matt, and those type of guys. So that's how I kind of got into the world. And how did you get into it, Jake?
I've always liked playing, but I needed that distraction, so we put 2 and 2 together, and it worked.
It's good.
I mean, it's been great. So
yeah, it's been a good. And you're in the East Coast, right? Are you near like Atlantic or New York?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, we're in Kansas, so a little bit different. They just got a casino about 10 years ago, maybe here.
Yeah.
They always had some casinos in Missouri, which we're in Wichita, which
couple hour drive.
So it wasn't
Oklahoma.
bad. Yeah. So
do you like anything else besides slots? Do you like any table games?
I play them. I mean, I have a gambling problem, so I play everything. I've kind of been into video poker lately. That's I guess, maybe you could say my favorite right now. Like I said, it always changes. For the longest time, I was only playing Dancing Drums Explosion every time I went into the casino, and that was if you asked me then, I would say that was my favorite game. Right now, it's playing video poker. In 6 months or 3 months, it'll probably be something else.
I think that you've obviously seen Vegas Matt play his degenerate poker. It's unbelievable how much per hand that dude bets on. That's just like a whole different level of.
Well, playing big on video poker is not the same as playing big on slot machines. So when someone's playing, $50 a spin on video poker, it's kind of like playing $10 a spin on a slot machine.
Really?
Why is that?
Because you're getting more return on video poker than you are a slot machine. So you're not, especially when you're playing multi-hand, you're not really losing. You don't risk lose. You can obviously, but you're not going to lose $50 every time you hit, deal.
I see what you're saying.
You're going to get some back. So it's all about like churning money through the machine rather than a slot machine where you're just hoping for a big win. It's kind of like a slower build on video poker. So it's a completely different animal.
What's your go-to video poker now? Like Deuces Wild or like?
I only like double and triple, and I've been into Ultimate X lately. So that's pretty much what I play.
How often do you go to the casino? Do you go a lot?
I go 52 weekends out of the year.
I think that, and then so how did you kind of become, I guess, what everybody's kind of calling you now is maybe it's yourself, you've coined that. I don't know where it came, but kind of the TMZ of slots. I saw some of your videos early on BC Slots and D Lucky, and those are, I guess, YouTube guys. BC Slots for sure. He's kind of trickled over a little bit into TikTok now. How did you start, kind of dishing the tea on the folks?
Well, I mean, first of all, just to correct you, they didn't start just recently calling me the TMZ. They've been calling me the TMZ of slots for quite some time because, I know you guys are maybe more on TikTok, and maybe I'm just new to talking about controversial things on TikTok, so people think I'm new, but I've been probably doing this, gossip, whatever you want to call it, for maybe 2 years, maybe a little bit more than that. How I got started with it, I was kind of just like fed up with all the bullshit that went on behind the scenes, and, people fucking people over, and who's talking about who, and who's doing this shady shit. And I was like, why does everyone likes to talk about it behind the scenes, but no one likes to put it out there? And I was like, I kind of got fucked over by a couple of channels, and I was like, you know what? I'm from New York, and where we come from, you don't fuck us over and get away with it. We're going to come back at you. And that's what I did. I started making videos, and people enjoyed it, so I kept doing it.
And that was on YouTube. 2 years ago, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I looked at it, and I think maybe a year and a half was the first video that I saw. So, yeah, I know you've been around a while in the YouTube game. So what do you like or hate about the TikTok now that you've kind of dipped? And what made you want to go over into the TikTok world?
Well, I've been posting videos on TikTok, kind of when it started to become popular. I have an Instagram account too. I post on Instagram.
Yeah.
You kind of just do everything. I think I have a pretty good following on TikTok. It's like 30,000 subscribers, but people, things on TikTok are much more inflated than they are on YouTube. Like having 30,000 followers on TikTok is the equivalent of having like 3,000 followers on YouTube. When people go live and they have 1,000 people watching, it's so inflated, and there's so many bots and whatnot. It's like having 100 people watch you on YouTube. It's just the nature of the app. You could see it when, videos have millions of views, but they only have a couple of hundred likes. The ratio is just not there like it is on YouTube. If something has a million views on YouTube, it will have thousands of likes, and it's just not the same.
Yeah, that's what we were looking. Bubba and I were just talking about that because we were looking, and we did see that you had a little over 30,000, but your likes, you have
there.
a ton of likes on all of your videos.
700,000 plus.
So
Yeah.
That's good content. So, out of like your YouTube folks that you were dishing the tea on, who or what organization or group has that you've exposed or that you've talked about's given you the most hate?
I mean, they all do. I mean, I'm hated by many, but I'm also liked or loved by many. I think once I speak about a specific channel, those people that really love that channel will not like me, or they'll come after me or leave, nasty comments or whatever, because they feel the need to defend that person, which that's fine. They're entitled to that. So I kind of get it from all ends, depending on who I talk about or who I expose.
And do you ever just at night lay down and just start crying?
No, no, that hasn't happened yet.
Well, that's good. I mean, you have to have a super thick skin to just
do
be
what you do. Yeah.
Well, just to be like a broadcaster or a streamer, let alone what I can't even imagine some of the shit that comes through your inbox.
I always tell people, when you put yourself out there, you open yourself up to scrutiny and criticism. And that's just putting out a slot video, let alone, speaking out about a hot topic or something controversial. So, a lot of people, they don't have thick skin, and they think that they could just put themselves out there and everything's going to be rainbows and butterflies, and it's not going to be. And they kind of learn that quick, and some people leave because of it, because they can't take it. People like to, get the attention, but then when they get the negative attention, they don't like it. And it's the internet, and it's the nature of the beast. But as far as like what I do, putting out, the types of videos that I do, I open myself up for it more than anybody else, because people, aren't happy with the things that I say. Some people aren't.
Yeah, you're listening to the Two Guys One Slot podcast. We've got Easy Life Slot Jackpots, who is a YouTube. Would you call yourself a YouTube streamer first and a TikTok or Instagram or whatever second, or what? What do you like to be?
Yeah, I mean, I publish videos for YouTube, and then I take that content and put it on the other apps or social media platforms. So everything I do is always for YouTube, and then everything else is secondary.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, I think that you do, like I say, put out some good content on those videos. And then, so what made you think, or what caught your eye first about the latest controversy with what's going on with TikTok? With that, I mean, the folks that are, or the streamers that are, I guess, playing for other people, taking quote unquote donations, as they call it, for other people in the audience. What caught your eye first, and how long ago did you first see that?
What caught my eye, at first I just thought that it was people just live streaming. And then, it didn't take a brain surgeon to figure out what was going on. If you spent a couple of minutes and saw how they were playing, and the pauses, and asking people how much they want to bet and things like that. And I started to figure it out really fast. I would say probably, like I've said, multiple times, maybe 8 months to a year ago is when I figured it out. And it was only a couple of people back then. And then it just, as time went on, it kind of grew like wildfire. And I was like, holy shit, there are so many people doing this. And then, I did my research, and I looked up laws, federal laws, state laws, just out of curiosity. And I was like, well, this is, highly illegal. And the turning point for me was when a friend of mine lost his live streaming ability at a casino that he had a great relationship with. And the reason why they told him they were pulling back his approval was because of a TikToker playing there on New Year's Eve.
Like
And
this New Year's Eve, 2022?
well, 20, yeah.
So
20,
a friend
30
of
days
yours,
ago.
a friend of yours at this casino could no longer stream based on not what he was doing, but what other streamers were doing in that same casino.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He has a huge following. He has over 100,000 subscribers. So, when he walks into a casino and says, I am so-and-so, they know who he is. And for them to take it away from him, someone that, has had it for quite some time, that's pretty serious. And that's when I said, you know what, this is what's going to start happening. And then the article came out about the MGM properties not allowing it anymore. And the poker bloggers, there's one poker blogger, I can't remember his name, but he made a very lengthy post about why the MGM properties aren't allowing it anymore. And I was like, holy shit, this is how it's going to end because of all these people playing for others.
Um, so do you think the casinos they're going to start cracking down on these people, or do you think they're just going to ban streaming altogether? And if they do ban streaming, do you think they're going to even allow to film jackpots, or after you hit something like that?
I don't know where it's going to go. I just know that if it stays the way it is without anything being done, it's going to probably go to the point of no one being able to record or live stream or anything in casinos because they just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, headache for them.
And not only that, but it violates federal laws, and it's almost like if you know someone's conducting a legal business in your business, you're liable. So it puts them liable. They could possibly lose their gaming licenses if they knew this was going on and allowed it. So they don't want those problems for themselves either.
Do you think that anyone from the streaming community is going to get arrested, or
is it going to be a slap on the wrist?
Well, I mean, you could get arrested and it could still be a slap on your wrist.
True.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
I think
there's so many people. I just don't know. I don't know how far. Are the states going to handle each person on a case by case basis? Is the federal government going to take this over from the states? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Do you think that? Because my understanding is the law where that original article came out is it's a little bit different than any other states as far as search warrants and subpoenas.
Minnesota, correct?
Yeah, that are being they're public information. Is that correct? Or because normally when the feds or the cops or whoever are building a case against folks, they don't let any of that information out.
It's just because of the state of Minnesota. Obviously the people running this investigation did not want that information out, but there were probably people at that newspaper that look at the warrants every day or every week, for news stories, and that's how it got out.
I think that's so. So do you think that?
I mean, even if they do ban them, or if they just do fine them, I mean, it's going to have to be a hefty fine. Otherwise, these people are just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and because it's probably they're making enough money to pay the fine and some. So, I don't know.
The way I think about it is that these people are making a profit, and they are probably, when they're sending someone over $600, that person is supposed to get a tax form because now they have over $600. It's reportable income. They're not issuing 1099s to these people. And for themselves, they're making money. Are they claiming this on their taxes? Probably not.
Right.
The federal government is not going to allow this to go on and not get their piece of the pie.
I agree. That's like previous when drug dealers were getting arrested, they'd get a no tax stamp. That would be a charge they would add on to these folks, these dealers. What am I going to do? Put a tax stamp on this baggie of marijuana, like a carton of cigarettes that's on there. I think that. So since that article came out and you had your big video where it kind of you named names and had receipts with that, did you think that, what impact did you think that was going to have on that community of TikTokers? Did you think that any of those people that were, oh shit, this is against the law, I need to stop doing this, did you think they would stop?
I think some would be like, oh, it's getting too much publicity now. Maybe I'll stop. And then there's the people that just don't care, and they're like, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Have you seen a slowdown of the amount of folks?
A little bit, but there's still people now that are just trying to be more crafty about it. There are people that just don't care, and they're just completely carrying on business as usual with no regard for anyone else in the community. So it just shows how selfish they are. But I would say, maybe 40% of people stopped, 30% of people are doing it on the sly in a different way. And then the other 30% are just carrying on, like I said, as usual.
So let's say that they don't ban streaming at a casino, or your friend that has 100,000 followers. What do you think is like the casinos can do? Do you think there's like a fair vetting process for the streamers?
Well, that's kind of what I said in my video, that they will, if they do decide that they want to allow streaming, they will, maybe have a threshold. You need to be an established channel with this many followers. Maybe they'll look into your videos. I will tell you that the Hard Rock Corporation, prior to any of this, before they give approval to someone to live stream, they essentially run a social media background check on that person. They go through their videos, they go through their channels, they even watch some of their live streams to make sure they're on the up and up before they give approval. I've had casinos offer me live streaming ability, but they told me that I could not curse in my videos or my live streams. So some of these casinos are, strict, and they're worried about their brand. And, if you want approval, you have to follow their rules and go by their rules. Whether you do it or not, that's your choice.
I think that's, you kind of hit the nail on the head, because there is a huge benefit to these casinos to have the streamers in there, because there are millions of eyeballs watching the videos, the live streams, etc. And, Bubba can attest to, we play at Boyd casinos, and those folks pretty much vetted us without us knowing it and shut us down. And then they had to, for a lack of better term, get permission from the Kansas Lottery. Basically oversees all non-tribal casinos in Kansas. So somebody from the Kansas Lotto was in both of our lives one night saying, I'm going to shut you down. I'm going to shut you down. And sure enough, that person did work for the Kansas Lottery, and they just didn't have any process in place because it is kind of a new thing. And then, a day or two later, we met with the folks from Boyd, and they gave us full permission. But one of those things was that we weren't acting like idiots, and we weren't cursing a ton in our videos, and they gave us some rules where obviously we couldn't film the cages, and no employees without their permission. And
The big rule, can't play for others.
Yeah, and the big rule was use your own money while playing.
So they knew about it, is what you're saying.
They did. They mentioned it to us. You have to play with your own money.
I mean, most of these casino security, they're not dumb people. I mean, they're eye in the sky. They know what they're doing. They have some professionals hired on their security team. So,
well, and not only that, but these casinos have social media departments, and that's their job. To give you an example, San Manuel Casino, well, now they're called Yamava Casino in California. They have people on their staff that just watch people's live streams that live stream at their casino. So they essentially have an eye in the chat, and they have an eye watching what that person does.
I was actually going to take a trip out there at the end of the year last year and reached out to them, and they said that they had just what you said, a vetting process. I couldn't just show up. There was like some sort of waiting period in order to go in there. So exactly what you said. But they allow it, but they probably don't allow folks that they don't obviously don't want, or see that could not give them a good name.
right.
Exactly.
So I thought for sure that there were more folks at these casinos and security watching kind of what everybody was doing. So this guy's on his phone, he's streaming. Not one security guard at any of these places is popping into that on some of these casinos. You know what I'm saying? So in that article that was released, it made national news. It was talking about how, this is a new thing and nobody had ever heard of this before. How did these casinos not know this was going on in their casino?
I mean, don't they have cameras? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Some of these people that live stream are doing it without permission. So that's number one. So they don't even know that it's going on. And number two, some casinos will just give you approval and they expect that you're doing the right thing. They're smaller casinos. Maybe they don't have huge payrolls of people to scour the internet to see what's going on. And then you have the more tech savvy casinos like Yamava and Hard Rock that keep an eye on everything. I'll give you a great example. Prior to this video, I did a video about virtual group polls, which is very similar to what's going on.
Yeah.
The channels would collect money from a group of people. All the people would be in their homes, and this person would go to the casino and play with everyone's money. So I exposed that underground world. This was actually going on YouTube. 3 days after I put out that video, Hard Rock sent a memo out to all the streamers that they gave approval to, letting them know that virtual group polls are not allowed in their properties. So guess who's watching my videos? Someone at Hard Rock.
Right. Yeah. And that's funny that you said that because Bubba and I were actually thinking about doing that. And then we researched group polls and the legality of group polls. And your video obviously popped up. We watched your video. And then, we watched some other streamers' videos and, found out that it wasn't legal for us to do that. So we chose not to do that. I memean, that would have been a huge deal for us to do that and a community builder. But
do it in person, as long as I've done that before. As long as all your participants are there with you in person, it's completely legal. But virtually it's not.
Right. That's what we've done, where we've gotten 5 or 6 people that have actually been in the casino with us and pooled $100 or whatever and done it. And then the person's card, whoever pressed the button, is technically the jackpot winner, and they could run off with that money if they chose to. But
absolutely,
we're amongst friends, and they split it up. So yeah, I know that the casino technology, those security cameras, I think have enough technology and zoom and clarity to read probably somebody's text message if they wanted to. It's just, it's funny that you see some of those folks that are on there now are doing one of two things. They're hiding their phones. They're hiding their location by putting a dollar bill over the LCD display. So so people,
so you can't
call in, or all these people. But they always make mistakes. They have to. Just looking at it, but
we always know where they are.
I think that it's kind of a dead giveaway for security if they walk by and see that LCD display covered by whatever. Hey, what are you doing? It's just it's amazing to me. I don't know. So on the other end of the spectrum, do you think those who have sent money into a streamer, do you think that they could maybe go after the streamer if they lose money or they don't pay them? Or
like, are chargebacks already happening?
I've heard of chargebacks happening. What I think what's going to happen is once these people get investigated, and I'm sure it's not difficult, as we've seen in the article, that you could subpoena the records for the Cash Apps and the Zells and all that stuff. So once you have that, you have everything. And what they're probably going to do is, when those winners from those group pulls or just the one-on-one, those people are going to get taxed, and then they're going to get fined. I'm not saying they're going to go to jail, but they're going to get theirs. Like I said, they're going to get the money. The government is going to get their money that they're entitled to.
Yeah, I agree. So do you feel that, or are you nervous, or how are you protected from some of the TikTok or YouTubers out there that you've named by name? Do you think that they could go after you if nothing happens? Or does that worry you?
They definitely could if they want to.
We're going to sue everybody. I'm
They definitely 100%. They could sue me. I don't know what they would sue me for, but they can definitely try. Some have tried in the past, and they no longer have channels. So fuck around and find out.
I was gonna say you're still around. So
I think that. So that's interesting. Do you think that? You're a controversial topic amongst half. It's pretty evenly divided between.
You see it in the chats. You see the love and the hate.
And then I feel that like your personality and you going in there and not being afraid to take this whole thing head on is actually turned some of those that used to hate you for you. You were going into everybody's chat, and again, we're not afraid to take that head on.
This is what I said. I've done it before. This is really, honestly, this is child's play compared to some of the things I've done in the past and some of the things I've spoken about in the past. But more so, I am who I am. I have no qualms about it. I tell it like it is. If you don't like it, that's okay. If you don't like me, that's okay too. But I'm going to speak my mind. And, I have nothing to hide. And I'm just going to call it like I see it.
Yeah, I think that, that's, if nothing else, people should appreciate that. Hate you or like you, you tell it how you feel. There's no gray area.
Yeah, he's not hiding it. He's not doing it. He's at least letting you know that he's doing it. Before you released that video, did you talk to any of those streamers that you were going to name and say, hey, I'm releasing a video. Would you like to comment?
I did a few. I got blocked from quite a few people that I reached out to, or I would write something in their chat. I did have one channel ask me to call her to discuss this before the video came out. I think that she was probably extremely worried that she was going to be mentioned in my video, and maybe she was trying to save herself. And that conversation went nowhere. It was just crazy. And then I had someone that I discussed in the video reach out to me after the video was posted, and they said, I'm not doing this anymore. And I was like, okay, well, you don't need to let me know that. I'm not coming after people personally.
And have you checked?
So,
have they stopped? As far as you can see?
Right now, but, I'll keep watching and see what happens.
The thing that drove me the most nuts, and I can't even remember whose chat you're in, the names don't matter, but the thing that drove me absolutely bonkers was when all of these people were sitting in this chat ganging up on you, talking about, oh my gosh, how can he say this about them, and how can they say this about them, while they are saying all this bad shit about you. And then they were knocking your Patreon account. All of these big streamers, you, whoever, the big Jackpot, BC, all of these folks have Patreon accounts.
I think that they had no idea what a Patreon.
They just don't understand.
They
right?
don't know what
it's
it is.
That's what I was talking about to my group. They were like, kind of like up in arms about it. And I'm like, you can't be mad at ignorance. They just don't know. They don't understand. And you could try to explain it to them, and they're so closed-minded, and they're mad at me, and they're looking for something on me, so they're going to be like, oh my god, well, he takes money from people, he's just as bad as these other people that are playing for other people. But you could explain it to them. They already made up their minds, and that's okay.
They think to somebody paying you $10 a month to be one of Glenda's bitches is right. Illegal. But I mean, you have a good audience, and you're just capitalizing as you should, and giving those folks, inside access. It's just not. It's just. I mean, these people that were in this chat. I was texting Bubba. I was like, "Can you believe some of just the shit these people are saying?" It's just. It's weird.
Yeah. The thing that would get me, even the federal wire, all that. The thing that would get me would be profiting without a gaming license, basically like a bookie. And
Right.
I mean, that's illegal. That was the first thing that came to mind, and even before anything else. So that's what kind of steered me personally away. And Corey had his reasons, and yeah, it was just nah.
It just didn't feel right.
It didn't.
It didn't feel right to.
Plus, if we're gonna play, I just want to play for me. You know?
Right. I can't even keep track of my shit, let alone a line.
Where's that?
And what
at?
Denom George wants me to play on the Dragon Link. And that's the thing, is those got so weird. Those things, those slot things got so weird to watch, because they were just pausing. Okay, hey, easy.
Right.
What Denom do you want to play?
Use the star, so no one else
Stop
use
using
stars.
stars in the chat. That's for the players only. That's what just drove me.
And you're like, how is this enjoyable? How is
Right.
this enjoyable to watch when
Right.
someone's live for 8 hours, but they're only playing for 2 of the 8 hours?
Right. That's what's weird to me. So you mentioned something earlier about somebody blocked you. What's your feeling about? Obviously, one of the ones that everybody else goes after is Buffalo Bob. What do you think about all of these folks? And that's basically the only name I've named tonight. Is what do you think about those folks going after him and shutting down his accounts? And
I think that's fucked up. People have tried to shut down my account as well. People are just looking for an outlet, to get their anger out on. Can I blame them for that? No. Are they doing the right thing? No. And I think that that's kind of why I kind of felt bad, like this guy lost his account because people went after him, because he was one of the first people on TikTok that was vocal about all this. And I was like, I didn't know him. I didn't know anything about him, but I was like, it's fucked up. He lost his account. He's got all these people attacking him. And that's why I went on Sexy Slots that night and I said what I said, because I figured, let me take the heat off of him and let them come after me, because I can certainly handle it.
well, unfortunately, the heat has not been taken off of him, which, I've messaged him back and forth and been talking to him, because I really thought that his way of playing slots was very, very interesting to me. And I had no idea that there were advantage slots.
I had no idea either.
And watching him became very enjoyable, and I started to learn the whole advantage play slots that he's teaching, and found out that he is making a considerable amount of money selling his book. And it was a well,
since I'm here, you can watch SD Guy's channel for free and get all the information that he's giving. SD Guy has been preaching about advantage play for years. I don't know if maybe that's where Buffalo Bob got all of his information, but you definitely don't need to buy a book or anything on advantage play. Sorry, Buffalo Bob, just calling it like I say it. But yeah, advantage play has been spoken about for years on SD Guy's channel. And it is what it is.
Man, taking food off Buffalo Bob's plate. Now you're adding to it. Come on, easy.
Listen, like I said, I call it like it is.
I'm gonna check that out. SD Guy.
SD Guys on YouTube. We'll check him out. All right, man. Well, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I greatly appreciate you coming on. Bubba's Picks 316, and I greatly appreciate. And Bubba's got a few final questions for you. He thought of these. He was like, I just want to ask him these 2 questions.
Yep. Vegas or Atlantic City?
If Vegas wasn't a 6-hour flight, it would be Vegas. So I don't know if that's an answer, but
It is. Okay, one more. Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie.
There you go.
You had to say Biggie. Being
East
from where you
Coast,
were,
yeah.
you had to say Biggie. Any final thoughts that you want to get off your chest before you sign out of here?
No, not really. Thanks for having me. I see the messages in the chat. People can keep on leaving those lovely comments about me. I've said before, I enjoy the mean comments more than I enjoy the nice comments.
I haven't even read chat. Or they?
Right.
I haven't even read.
It's half and half on TikTok.
I'm a very good multitasker. I'm good.
I'm not. I'm horrible. That's why I could never play for anybody.
So thanks for having me on. You guys have a good night and fuck her right in the pussy.
I knew that was
He did that the other night. And he's gone.
You're done, man.
All right, guys. Whether you love him or you hate him, we just wanted to interview him. Hopefully, I don't know. It is what it is, guys.
It doesn't matter where you come out on this. It's the thing about that I think that what he's doing is he doesn't care. Oh shit! I forgot to ask him that question.
Right.
Damn it! I forgot to ask him. It was when we were talking about Buffalo Bob, because Buffalo Bob swears there's going to be a movie. He's like, this is like the MIT poker scandal.
Yeah.
Who's going to play him? Because Buffalo Bob swears that Brad Pitt's going to play Buffalo Bob. Who do you think would play?
If I'm in it, I want Brendan Fraser to play me.
Skinny Brendan Fraser
Oh,
or
man, that's tough.
meaty Brendan Fraser?
Elliot Brendan Fraser when he's sitting on the beach crying at the sunsets.
That's so funny. Well, I appreciate
Bedazzled.
everybody in the chat watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much. It was, and we weren't, everybody was like, oh, why are you talking to him? You're just clout chasers. We're not. We just want to talk to figure out what's going on in a logical, not saying that was logical than anything else, but it was just a discussion that we wanted to have. We wanted to have it last week, but that's when his video premiered. And
we have reached out. We're not going to name names on who, but we've reached out to other streamers who, you guys know their name, and we've given them the option, waiting to hear back if they want to come on the show. So,
yeah. Well,
both sides.
We're going to give both sides the option to talk.
I mean, it's a podcast. Let's talk.
Yeah. Can we talk? Can we talk?
Coffee talk.
Speaking of, real quick, we want to thank HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and use our long-ass coupon code. Get 20 free meals plus free shipping. The coupon code might be in the chat at some point, but it's too long for me to talk about. But go to HelloFresh. It'll be in the description of our comments. Thank you, HelloFresh, for the sponsorship. I got to work on a smaller coupon code with you so people can actually go there and remember the coupon code. But if you're in our YouTube chat, make sure to subscribe, and it's free to hit that little thumbs up. We're trying to get it to go sideways. And make sure to follow Bubbas Picks 316 because we've got a huge week coming up.
Yes, we do.
That I need to get out of here. My wife's texting me about
My wife.
My wife. When are you going to be done? When are you going to be done? Well, I'm talking to Easy Life Slot Jackpots. And again, I want to thank him for coming on. Easy Life Slot Jackpots on YouTube, on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. Go to his Patreon. I actually said Patreon account. I was so happy about that. But we've got a big week. Big week coming up. We've got Monday night. We're going to be kicking it in Arizona with Laura Miles slots, either Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember what we decided. But we're driving there. And no, the line will not be open when we're driving or when we're in plane. We don't play for anybody.
That's the best troll.
Never have, never will. My favorite.
I'd love to. If we get approval and there's a law that comes out, I might.
God, no
I might
kidding.
dabble in that.
Might dabble.
But-
I mean, I'd do it if it was. It's just I just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Yeah. So Bubba's Picks 316 is in a huge
She's got a nice lead on me too.
huge battle. What's the end result of your battle with Laura Miles slots to get to 50 grand?
I think just bragging rights, but once we both hit 50, we're going to do a giveaway for each. She's going to do a giveaway for her followers. I'm going to do a giveaway for my followers. So,
Nice.
Just bragging rights between us, but you know Laura. She
doesn't
spelled Eagles wrong.
She doesn't like to lose. Man,
Everyone go on Laura's live. Chiefs. Even if you're an Eagles fan, come on, let's
Yeah, don't follow her
Let's
yet.
stir it up.
Don't follow
Stir
her
the
yet
pot.
till Bubba gets to 50K. Don't follow her yet. Just go in there and say Chiefs in her live. And then last night I was crying laughing because Laura Miles Slots was courtside at the Phoenix Suns game, and you could see her standing up screaming at the refs and pointing at the refs and screaming at the other team. It was a good watch. It was fun. So Bubba and I from Phoenix will be driving to Las Vegas.
Can't wait.
Las Vegas, Nevada. We're hopefully going to see a lot of folks. Bubba's Picks 316 just got his hat in finally. Finally came in. So go to bubbaspicks316.com to catch that. Swoop that up, or the Slotmaster 316 to get mine. And then Mags the Foodie also designed a killer T-shirt for us. So go pick that up. That's brand new into the shop. So check that out. It's really cool. It's a cartoon design that she drew all by. She drawed it all by herself.
Hello, my name is Simon.
And the things I draw come true. All right.
You need to get out.
I should probably balance because I'm going to Tampa right now.
You gonna go to the Hard Rock?
I don't know. If I have time, yeah. And I'm losing my voice. Again, we'd like to thank Easy Life Slot Jackpots for joining us. Greatly appreciate him coming on. Go follow him on YouTube and TikTok, and you can drink the tea that he is a spilleth.
Thanks, Easy. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, that basically concludes our show. Do you have anything else?
No, that's it.
When are you going? When are you
VF
going live
episode.
next?
I'm gonna go live tonight and stream.
Oh, okay.
But this is my half of it.
We do have our halves of the BFF necklace.
Says best 316, and his says
Fwens 316. Yeah. And I need to thank Jenny Gambles for sending me a shirt. I have yet to open it, but thank you, Jenny Gambles. I got your package.
we're sending you your shirts
We've got it.
in the mail.
We've got it. I appreciate it all, and I probably actually might broadcast live. Well, maybe with you. Maybe we can. Are you gonna stream game?
I want to, yeah.
Game. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you go on after and talk to folks, I'll jump on with you, and then I may. Stranger things have happened. I'm gonna be in Kansas City for just a moment.
Tonight. Yeah, you got to get there tonight.
Yeah, so I'm driving there now. I'm flying out early in the morning to lovely Tampa, Florida. It all can be yours. But anyway, it's 2 guys, 1 slot. Thank you so much, Easy Life Slot Jackpots,
Thank you,
for that. And everybody that was in the YouTube chat, I greatly appreciate. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks for all the subscription. Give me one last thumbs up before you get out of here. Thank you to Bubba's Picks 316 on his TikTok, Instagram. Go watch all of his shorts and make sure to follow his ass. He's got to beat Laura Miles Slots.
Thank you very much.
All right, folks. We'll see you next week.
Later, guys.
Thank you.